Welcome to this next short Bible reading and reflection to accompany our communion service on Wednesday, the 30th of September. I hope this finds you well. If you don't know who I am, my name is David Gillard. I'm the Vicar of St Elizabeth Church. So, our reading from the Bible from Luke chapter 9, verses 57 to the end. As they were walking along the road, a man said to him, "I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus replied, "Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." He said to another man, "Follow me." But he replied, "Lord, first let me go and bury my father." Jesus said to him, "Let the dead bury their own dead, but you go and proclaim the kingdom of God." Still another said, "I will follow you, Lord, but first let me go back and say goodbye to my family." Jesus replied, "No one who puts a hand to the plough and looks back is fit for service in the kingdom of God." So Jesus' pithy sound bites, quite good for the Twitter age. He's on a walkabout and someone says, "I'll follow you. Foxes have holes, but I have nowhere to lay my head. Then let me bury my father. Oh, let the dead bury their own dead. You go and talk about the kingdom of God. Lastly, let me say goodbye to my folks." With Jesus countering, "Don't look back at where you've been ploughing." These are not very what you would call pastoral responses, are they? It seems almost uncaring. Oh, let the dead bury their own dead. What is going on here? I've said this before, but I'm not sure that Jesus was a gentle, there kind of speaker. He was clearly compassionate and was moved with compassion. Indeed, that was a key marker that when he was moved, he acted. Yet his speech is somewhat more direct. Perhaps the reason for his directness here is to emphasize the urgency of his mission, the urgency of telling people about the kingdom of God, and the urgency to respond to it. Again and again, Jesus speaks of his kingdom, and here we have two examples of Jesus emphasizing this. Go, talk about the kingdom. Don't lose focus in talking about the kingdom, else your effectiveness becomes like someone ploughing, looking back and then discovering their ploughing is all wonky. So there is an urgency here that Jesus wants to implore in us. Urgently understand what the kingdom of God is. Urgently tell others who may listen about the kingdom of God. In fact, the urgency is so urgent that Jesus says, "Let the dead bury their dead." There is a brashness here in saying this one line. Jesus is saying that those who do not respond to his teaching on the kingdom of God are dead. Like I said, I don't think Jesus spoke gently to people, yet he spoke the truth. I wonder with what urgency do we make sense of the kingdom of God? Does the term simply roll off the tongue as we say the Lord's Prayer and that's that? We just play a liturgical lip service to it? Or do we see the urgency, the need to respond to Jesus' teaching on the kingdom of God? Remember, Jesus links those who do not respond to his teaching to being dead. There is an urgency here that Jesus wants to convey to us. Have you positively responded to Jesus' call to understand his kingdom? Have you positively responded to his call to live your life under his authority? That's what kingdom living is about. To allow that to shape who you are. If you have not, can I urgently encourage you to think about what the kingdom of God means to you, and may you urgently respond positively.